Shalom to you, like giving all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh by Shem Shai, by Shem HaKadosh, and giving double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops, a great millstone for well, peace and salutation to you, elect. Shem Yahweh is a mapper from the great millstone Plaintables camp, located here in the city of Philadelphia. Come with another wee lesson. This is just a lesson and just going in the spirit of improvement, being self-improvement. Especially within the times in which we're in, which, as the scriptures say in the book of Timothy's, the 3rd chapter, it says, "This know also," first verse, 2 Timothy 3:1. "This know also that in the last days perilous time shall come." And you have it. You have some very dangerous times and upon us. And Matthew chapter 24, which speaks of the different signs or wathium of Mashiach, which is the anointed one, Yahweh Shai. That's the true name of Heavenly God, Father's only begotten Son. In the world, ignorant call, or may even know the name of Yahweh Shai, but still call him under different false names, pseudo-names, like Jesus and Yeshua, Christ. They even say that his name is Emmanuel, but these are just various titles when you go into it. He has one name, and it's Yahweh Shai. Alright? Because he's the deliverer. Okay, so you have it here in the last days. In Matthew 24 and 3, it says, "And he sat upon the Mount of Olives, that he being Yahweh Shai. The disciples came unto him privily, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world?" And it says, "And Yahweh Shai said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you." So that's very important, especially in the age of deception with Esau, Edom ruling, and Esau's a witch. There's easy ways for you to fall for sleight of hand, or easily to fall within even Esau's marketing. Okay, because Esau marketing is witchcraft too. There's things that are products that are marketed as healthy and helpful, which actually are poisons. Okay. You have a lot of poisons that are within our food supply here in Babylon the Great, America, that are banned in other countries, okay, in European countries and such. Different substances and such that are deemed safe, but are banned, okay, in other countries. You can look into Jason A just did a couple of recent videos covering some of these things with Robert F. Kennedy.
Breaking news on our desk right now. The FDA is banning the use of red dye 3. This is the synthetic dye that is in countless cereals, candies, fruit cocktails, and more, to get, that bright red cherry color, right?
Update now on red dye number 3, as U.S. regulators have officially banned the dye from the nation's food supply. FDA granted a 2022 petition filed by 24 food safety and health advocates, which urge the agency to revoke authorization that is used by many candy and snack cake makers. Move comes 35 years after the cosmetic industry banned the substance because of potential cancer risks.
Yeah, and you have this, even the cosmetic industry banned it, but then you have it something that's not safe topically to put on. Now you have something that's actually okay to consume at a point, right? That's confusion.
Usually used in candies, cakes, cookies, frostings, and even some ingested drugs like cough medications or gummy vitamins.
Well, at least 2 studies have shown that high levels of this particular food dye were linked to cancer in rats.
And you know how many people eat candies and sweets and these different dyes are in a lot of these different dyes and stuff, and you can find them in different even seasonings. Okay, I've been seeing different products. You might see a product, a different brand than what you usually get, and they have these different food dyes in them, and they have different effects on the body. Okay, the instrumental. By the way, fair use warning under Section 107, Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. This is for education.
However, the link between the dye and cancer has not been proven yet in humans. Food companies have until 2027 to make these changes. Red number 3 dye has been banned in Europe for decades. I mean, this is just the tip of the iceberg. There's other, there's red dye 40 that's in a lot of commonly used products, food products. So, I mean, it's a step, it seems, in the right direction, but we shall see.
Right, and it's interesting the government subsidizes it. Why would the government want to subsidize something that's going to make people sick, and then in the end we all end up paying for that in terms of healthcare costs, which are skyrocketing?
Yeah, because that is a direct result of corruption.
That's what it goes down to. It's nothing but corruption. All right, lies, robbery. That's what America is all about. So, we got to move a bit better, with our health and, things we even, like we consume and also even put upon ourselves. Nahum 3:1, a woe into the bloody city is full of lies and robbery, and the prey departeth not. And a lot of our people, like I say, they into stuff like this, which, hey, I used to eat a lot of these different things, You got Israelite foreigners over here cooking this stuff up, but it's like you say, fast food, but it's processed. So you have we don't even know what they're doing when they put this stuff together and feed it to you for the price they feeding it to you. This would be, and it's an abomination because you got the shrimp, chicken. Chicken is lawful, and you have maybe what they deem as lamb. This looks like a meatloaf, but pieces broken up. But we don't truly know what it is, because what is the actual blend of meats that you blend together? It doesn't really truly taste like actual lamb, okay? But Jake could eat this, and every day, they putting this some white sauce on it. Obviously different barbecue sauces and stuff like that. Which a lot of this is, sugars and clog you up. Is real fattening and stuff. Different things. A lot of within our food got a lot of parasites and stuff of that sort. You wonder why Jake is all screwed up and jacked up. It's mainly in the food. So just be mindful. And such, because Esau has weaponized food. Back to Matthew 24:3, it says, tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? the end of this rulership. That's what the disciples were concerned about. And Yahushua answered and said unto him, Take heed, and no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am anointed, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars, of rumors of wars. See, you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass. But the end is not yet, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. Pestilences, and a lot of way of how E could get you is through these different diseases within the food, okay, and such. So we need to basically try to look out for our immune system and strengthen our immune system as best we can in Babylon amongst the defiled bread which we're eating, to combat these different things. We do know that healing comes from the Lord, and we just want to do what's best to not make ourselves pretty much sicker than sick. I'll put it like that, okay, because we are sick, and the physician, which is Yahushua, is coming with that healing. All right, so Psalms 103 and 2. Bless the Lord Yahweh, O my soul, and forget not all his benefits, who forgiveth all iniquities, who healeth all thy diseases, who redeemeth thy life from destruction, who crowneth thee with loving kindness and tender mercies. All right, so just letting you know the healing comes from the Lord. Okay, the illness comes from the Lord too. Now, I've been looking as of lately, like different things, because we do have some very troublesome time upon us. And, you're going to have ways where there's going to be famines, right? Well, the Lord did leave a lot of different wild growing vegetation that can be harvested and eaten and used. You have it here. This is off of PA Live. Because as of recently, I've been looking into a lot of the alkaline diet, the whole Dr. Sebi teachings and stuff of that sort. Just looking into that a bit, which mainly for the most part, it's a diet that promotes more so things that are plant-based, with not eating meat and dairy and highly processed foods, being careful how you prepare these certain foods or eat certain foods. Some foods are hybrids, and that are you would think that would be in the wild, but are not. They're basically lab created and things of that sort. You have that whole argument, and such. What the Lord made, and what was created through Esau, Edom, and other men. But there are wild onions or garlic and chives here, okay, here, within even the state that we're in now, right, which right now where I'm at is Pennsylvania. So you have wild onions, which you can look up like wild RAMSON as well. Eat to live, not to die. That guy Ekong, he had this particular herb he promotes called wild RAMSON, which is basically a substitute for garlic. it's a wild garlic instead of a garlic that I don't know the origins, but they'll give their whole thing on that. I'm not debating on obviously whether something is like to be eaten or not, concerning the diet. I'm only just putting out there to more so have a care of your diet. You could do what you want to do, ultimately it is your body. But we weren't eating like meat all the time, like how or the king's meat, as it says, how Jake eat it every day now, and that's why a lot of Jake be ill and stuff, because this stuff is through, but there's lawful meats to eat, and it tells you in Ecclesiasticus chapter 30 and 25, a cheerful and good heart will have care of his meat and diet. And then, like, basically, I learned that maybe like opening up and broadening up my horizons is more benefiting me more. Okay, it tells you that health and a good state of body are above all gold, and a strong body above infinite wealth. So we should be embracing having a healthy body, okay, a strong body, a body that's have various minerals, that's promoting you operating to the best you can. All right, says there is no riches above a sound body, and no joy of the joy of the heart. Yeah, we gotta watch out, man. A lot of these processed stuff, and I mean, even some of the foods that you would think is healthy and organic and things of that sort, and they'll process and add different things to it, and make it things have different detrimental on your health. So you have it. Wild onions and wild garlic grow everywhere, particularly where they're not wanted. And you wouldn't even know this, right? Like for me, I'm learning this because I work in the field, and I'll be cutting on certain properties and such, and then I'll smell like this garlic smell or onion smell, but I'll be like kind of dumb in a sense. I'm like, where is this coming from? And I'm cutting these particular wild ramps or wild leeks or wild onions and wild garlic. All right. It says they grow abundantly in large, easily gathered clumps. They store simply and for long periods, and they can be used in a myriad of dishes throughout the year. Okay, they're all members of the aluminum family, which includes more than 500 species in northern climates in the world. The most widespread in Pennsylvania are the wild onion or nodding onion. You got the Greek, not the Greek, the Latin name, aluminum cernum, and the wild garlic, aluminum candidus. All right, and they show you a little bit. So, we got to be aware of these different things, because on the run, on Jacob Trouble, the Lord actually got different foods that are available, herbs that's available for different purposes, okay? So, yeah. And then, like, you have it where Esau, I'm going to show you, this is funny. Well, it's not funny, but it's a crazy fact. You had this food called fonio, which is an ancient grain. A lot of the grains you have these days are our rice these days are hybrids and processed and basically not good for you. So you have some of these different ancient grains such as amaranth, you have fonio, which I tried today, kemet, and quinoa, rye, spelt, telf, and wild rice. And you have the different health benefits. All right. And a lot of these things are iron rich and such. Okay. Which iron is very, very important for your body. So, this one, which is called fonio, which pretty much look like grains of sand. Literally grains. It says that it's a gluten-free, also known as fonio, which they call it also which is a staple food in West Africa. A lot of Jake was out there in West Africa and such before we came over here to serve slavery in America. It's high in fiber and nutrients and has a mild nutty flavor. I'm gonna say just fonio or acha is often used in porridges, stews, and baked goods. It can be made in a few minutes. Like pretty much, it can be made in less than basically 5 minutes or less. Like it's just like I literally just like I had boiled some water, dumped it in there, and it just absorbed it. And then I just let it sit. And depending on how much rice you put it, or how much water you put in there, it could be more like a porridge, or it could be more like grainy and dry. You could fluff it, but it definitely doesn't. To me, it doesn't remind me of couscous. It would be kind of like quinoa in a sense, without, quinoa is kind of seedy, but they say it can be used in place of rice because it is a grain, but it's totally different. It doesn't have that same bite as rice. But apparently, I think they can, they process it up, I believe, to make a flour too. And you can, make it as an alternative to making different pancakes, cookies, and bread and stuff. It's high in fiber, iron, zinc, vitamin B and 3. Now, it's rich in magnesium, zinc, and manganese. And it's low on that glycemic index, and it doesn't spike the blood sugar. Now, it says that it's an ancient African grain. It's really a grain found in, I believe, over there in Africa. It's an ancient grain. It's a vital food source in many rural areas in West Africa. And it's really Edomites. It's Europeans, but really Edomites. Okay, not to say that all Europeans are Edomites, but the Edomites once called it hungry rice. Now you gotta ask, why did they call it hungry rice? I would say that because it's so quick to make. If you were hungry and you wanted to eat something real quick, this could be made in less than 5 minutes, like 5 minutes. So it says here that part of the reason for the neglect is that the plant has been misunderstood by scientists and other decision makers. In English, it has usually been referred as hungry rice, a misleading term originated by Europeans who knew little of the crop or the lives of those who used it. And that's like a lot of things. Esau, he don't really be really going into a lot of the different things. Or if he goes into it, he ain't gonna tell you how good it is. He ain't gonna promote to do it. The scriptures say that the heart of them are deep. Roughly paraphrasing. But it says, unbeknownst to these outsiders, the locals were harvesting fonio not because they were hungry, but because they liked the taste. Indeed, they consider the grain exotic and in some places reserved it particularly for chefs of royalty and special occasion. It also formed part of a traditional bride price. Moreover, it's still held in esteem in some communities that continue to use it in ancestor worship, which we don't worship, like the dead, like meaning to do necromancy and things of that sort, witchcraft. We do acknowledge that, seeking out the old paths and the ways of our fathers, but you got Jake out there, they into a whole heap of witchcraft and stuff, and that's wicked. But you could go into this information on your own. But that guy, Dr. Sabi, or also by his name is Alfonso Bowman, I believe his name is Alfredo Bowman. Like he has this on his list that he suggests, which he was going about, and he's a herbalist and healer, but that whole thing was cut short. But yeah, Jake just gotta look into things a little bit more, and I just want to push that vibe out there too, to look into things and not be ignorant, and we are growing to be better. Okay, remember, you have it in Daniel 1:16. It said, "Thus Melzar took away the portion of their meat and the wine that they should drink, and gave them pulse." Okay, and you had it where Daniel, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they were, as it says, after eating a certain diet and not eating the king's meat, they fared more beautiful, basically more healthy, right, and such. And they stood out amongst the rest. So, it's wise to take heed, as the scriptures say that the things are written aforetime are written for our learning. Okay? So, I just wanted to put that spirit out there right now. So, that's it, dude. The spirit. We waxing greater and greater, and we need to obviously watch out, despite our eating defiled bread, but we do the best of what we have and try to do the best we can and stop being a niggard, okay, by just eating this, like Jake be just eating and they're not thinking about actually nutritiously filling themselves, okay, for function and be able to fight and defend and have ability. This nonsense just slow you down. Okay, it tastes good and it's not really great. I ain't telling you to eat, like starve yourself out, and because it's a process of learning. But a lot of this fried rice and chicken spots and burgers and chips, like fries. Jake gotta change up. You got the BURRO banana, which is an alternative if you like some of them different starchy things like potatoes and stuff like that. The BURRO banana is an alternative, and it has a lot of benefits, as they say, alkaline, and it has a lot of things that's good for your health. okay, your gut health, and iron, magnesium, calcium. And it says this is not the like the hybridized or genetically altered banana. So that's that. Burro banana, they look small. They're not in common. You got to go to like usually in America. I have to go to a particular international market to get them, or like Latin tribes, a market where they got everything. They have them. They mostly promote the other plantains or bananas that are have been, as they say, hybridized. But you can go into all that for yourself. But just putting that out there. So shalom, T-Light.